Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2 of OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Of course, our Wednesday show is brought to you by Poncho, ponchooutdoors.com/offthebench. Dr. Stephen Etheredge in the building with us, as he always is, every single Wednesday. Doc, how we doing? How we living?
Doing awesome. Fantastic.
You look good, too. Look at these shoes. You got the purple and golds on, shiny.
We're getting ready for season. You got to start kind of getting in game mode.
Yeah, the Jordans like to call those the Kobe's, the Laker colors, but they're LSU colors.
They are, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I always like when there's a player for the Lakers just because you kind of, they copied us with the color scheme.
Yeah,
so
for
you might as
sure.
well take advantage.
Might as well take advantage. I like those, too. They're shiny.
Yeah, these are shiny
I don't have
ones.
the shiny
The
ones.
shiny
I got
ones,
the
yeah.
others. I got the high top, just the flat colors.
Right.
So, all right. Respect. Mad respect.
He's getting ready for game day. Like,
I know.
not this weekend, but very, very soon.
Got to get in season form.
He's got to be ready.
Yeah.
Doc, are y'all part of Team Pictures?
I'm not even sure what that is. I'm sorry.
Like
Like
the
a-
team,
like a team picture.
Oh,
Yeah,
the team pictures.
picture,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, it sounded like you said team
You know,
pictures.
it's-
It got a little weird, and Doc said,
Yeah.
what?
Because I
Wait,
think
wait,
you
yeah.
got
I
to
thought-
probably use half the stadium for all
I
the
thought you said
coaches.
a part of team pictures. Like I thought that was like a thing, like on an app.
Yeah,
that
no,
pays-
no.
Yeah, I didn't know what he said either.
It depends really on the coaching staff. Some of them want us in, some of them don't. I think I've probably been in a handful of them since I've been there. It's really, and then sometimes just not there the day they take them. And our schedules are real schedules outside of that. So I have a clinic and things. So if they take it on a day that we're not already there, so it's probably, if you go back the past 15 years, you'll find me in a handful of them.
I would like to see the coordinator of that picture because there is so many coaches. Because it's usually the team in the center, the support staff around them, right?
Yeah.
It might be the support staff in the middle now, the team around them.
Yeah. Well, we did the ones in Houston before the bowl for this past team.
Yeah.
And it was several different pictures. Like they did one with just the team and like the core coaches, like the main coaches, if you will.
Yeah.
And then they brought in like each one. So like we came in like in round 3, and I mean at that point it was taking up half the stadium. It felt like it was kind of outrageous.
I mean, remember we talked about this. Well, maybe you weren't on the show yet because Billy Napier, like before everybody had all the analysts, like he would have he had a position, director of game-changing moments, was an actual position on the Florida football staff. There's a lot of blue polos in that one.
Oh, my God. I don't think it'd rival the amount of purple polos.
I think it was close.
Okay. Well,
We have a big staff.
I told you, at least everybody there was put to work.
I wouldn't think they'd just be sitting around. Are
Doc, so I
all
had
the
a-
jobs necessary?
I had a chance to go. I felt necessary yesterday. Necessary? Is it necessary that I?
Yeah. Sterile.
So I went to my first practice yesterday, and I was very impressed with the efficiency of practice.
Yeah.
There was no wasted time. There was no wasted anything there. Every coach was yelling at somebody, like in a good way. It felt completely different than going a year ago. So my point was that, yes, they have a lot of coaches. I get that. But those coaches, I'll give them credit. They were coaching somebody.
Oh yeah, the practices they're intense. They and I think that was something that immediately, probably day one, you could see a difference. The intensity level, and you'd see it some with the off-season stuff, but it's hard to really see how that's going to transition.
Yeah.
But yeah, the day one practices are really intense. It's funny because it's now something I enjoy, but the past few years it was something I sort of clowned and made fun of. Was even like down to the ball guys. I mean, when we played Ole Miss, their guys are running on our sideline. The guys handing the ball. There's always a guy with the ball on both sidelines. So on the visitor sideline, you're always going to have one of the other team's guys. And these guys in between the plays during the game are sprinting up the sideline with the ball, getting the ball to the ref. Because again, it's all part of that hurry up offense. But and you could clearly tell they practiced that. It wasn't
Right.
on the one hand. Then I made fun of it because they were the enemy. I'm like, oh, look at these, whatever.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
Look
this
at
is
these
awesome.
Doc?
Yeah, I had to kind of catch myself there on the radio, So
that is one of those little things that you don't ever think about. Like you have to train your ball boy to be
absolutely
to be in really good shape. He might be on scholarship right now. Who knows?
Like I really liked last year watching them. I appreciated their receiver could have the most badass catch in the world, and they would quickly get up and start looking to hand the ball to somebody.
Yeah,
and the rules are like for them, I think it was if you catch it outside the hash, like you immediately go put it at the hash, and if you catch it in the middle of the field, like you find the spot right in the middle of the field and you drop. They had rules to it. And look, I'm not saying don't celebrate. Like I like a good celebration, but it wasn't all the look at me. It was like, let me help the team and let me go spot this ball for the referee.
Yeah, and that's all practice. And it's funny, to be out there. Like you said, that there's always a purpose. There's an intensity to it. There's all those things. And like I said, it's not even just the coaches, but it's the players, it's the ball guys, it's the equipment guys, it's everybody's hustling. Mm-hmm. And I mean, they're doing it at practice because you got to be, ready for the game. But it's been interesting to watch.
Doc, did you think that like a couple of months ago, your physicals for new players was done?
Typically, yeah.
Yeah,
it's been interesting. Yeah, it's
an interesting couple days.
Yeah, it's look, we all know what's going on. It's crazy. Everybody has their feelings about it, but at the end of the day, we've look, you're bringing a new guy in, he's got to get a physical. So we've gotten a few phone calls and texts over the past couple of weeks. Even when this was first sort of brewing, there were a couple kind of quiet, like, hey, we might have some guys coming in.
Because you would have to clear them.
Yeah, they have to still pass medical clearance. And I will say this, the NFL has a very good system because college is so big, it's hard to have uniform like medical records and things like that. For the guys that did have something, we immediately had a packet on them. I mean, it's just something which makes it a little easier. I think college we're trying to get there, but it's just we're catching up.
Yeah. Usually it's NFL calling you for records. You're calling the NFL for records.
No, it's kind of backwards.
It feels like nobody wants to share any information in college either.
No, it is so hard. It's so hard to get stuff. And look, it's every situation is unique. I won't say that's always the case, but back in January when we were in the portal, we have 2 weeks to see God knows how many people, and you're trying to get that information. It was really difficult, and because sometimes you can't, like, most people don't know their medical background that well, let alone an 18, 20-year-old kid. It's you ask them what they have, and I don't think most of them were trying to be deceptive. Some might have been, but they don't remember, they don't know, or they don't know the terminology or whatever, and that's they don't know the severity of things. So,
all right, getting close to kickoff and still thinking about physicals.
Fascinating.
It is different
stuff.
It is different. Real quick, I do want to go to the NFL world with you because the New Orleans Saints have had a ton of hamstring injuries. It's not just Jordan Tyson, which we talked about last week. I mean, it's been more than one guy. It's been, Oscar Delp's dealing with one, Devin Neal's dealing with one. Is that, and I don't want to put words into your mouth, but is that more hey, it's training camp, we see more hamstring injuries during that time? Like, is there an issue with something they're doing? Because it feels like every time somebody goes down on the injury report for the Saints, if it's not season ending, it's hamstring.
Yeah, it's hard to say. They're 100%. There's going to be more of this in camp. There is nothing that mimics the intensity and speed of actual football for these football players, and we've learned that. No matter how well you trained off season, no matter how much you did with your OTAs, your off season workouts, guys are still going to have injuries in camp, and especially soft tissue things. And now, if you prepare appropriately, obviously that's better. If you come in having done those things, you're less likely. But you're going to have some of them. Could there be, and look, I'm not saying the Saints do anything wrong. Love the Saints, love the organization. But just as a general, if you see a team that has a bunch of them, sometimes you either look towards their training, their things like that. But sometimes it's bad luck. Sometimes it just happens. If I go back and look at 5 camps in a row or however many, even if it was basically the same staff, you're going to see different levels of injuries. 1 year I remember here we had something like 12 concussions just in camp. Yeah. And this was like during an era when the previous camp and the camp after, same coaching staff basically, and they had like 3. So, sometimes weird things happen. You can't always predict it. Right. Obviously I'm sure y'all have done the research. There's no power facilities that opened up near the training or anything like that. So, I know we always worry about that.
Okay, this would be the team that would do the research. I can promise you about that.
Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming that's not the case because I don't think you would even ask me the question otherwise.
Yeah.
Hey, the 49ers went down to practice the Chargers, and they brought that bad juju energy down with them.
Because it's contagious.
Lost like 3 guys.
Radiation is contagious.
It takes a few days to get that off, probably.
It takes a few days, and if you hit somebody full contact, it's going to transfer to them.
Absolutely. I believe I saw a study on that once.
It's science. He's a doctor. He agreed. So
I'll sign off on it.
I heard agree.
NFL, things are so much different now. We talked about this yesterday, how Tom Brady recently said that he threw a touchdown to Randy Moss in the third quarter of a preseason game one time. Like, things are a lot different now because starters are not playing as much. I don't know if there's like a higher proclivity for injuries in the NFL these days, or people played through it more. We just didn't hear about it in the past as much as we are, but it seems like all over the NFL, just so many injuries. And that's why people are just not like, I wouldn't play a starting quarterback or a receiver or running back in the preseason. But from a doctor standpoint, like if you were on an NFL team and the coaches are asking your opinion, like what would you do for training camp or for preseason games? Like what would your suggestion for these teams? Like don't play the starters, do play the starters? Like do you need to get calloused in a game-like situation? Like what would be your suggestion?
It's a hard question because, I will tell you as medical staff, and I'm sure that anybody involved with football feels the same way, there is nothing more disheartening than you lose a guy before the season even starts, whether it's camp, whether it's spring ball. You get a guy that has a major season-ending injury in a time that on the one hand is meaningless. It's not a meaningful game. Now, and I say meaningless, some air quotes, because obviously we all know you got to prep and get ready. Because I also feel like if you look at a lot of teams right now, you see more injuries during the season. You see teams that come out, honestly, just not looking quite ready. I feel like maybe it's just me, maybe it's old man curmudgeon, but I watched the first few weeks and they just look sloppy. And that's, both college and NFL. Yeah. I feel like the past several years, and I feel like maybe some of that is because we're going too light, too soft.
I think so too.
And I think there's something to it.
I caught up with a bunch of head coaches over the summer, like some older, like Mike McCarthy. And he's like, you got to get forged in the fire during training camp. And if you don't, then what you're talking about is going to happen. And Andy Reid said the same thing.
I still think that's true 100%. As a guy that played ball, a guy that loves ball, been around it a long time, I think that is true. But I also understand if you're the coach, and if I'm talking to you, if you're interviewing me as a coach for whatever team, and you're grilling me because my starting quarterback got hurt and because I left him in the third quarter of a preseason game, you might not recover from that as a coach.
Right.
It might be a season, your job-ending move for you, even though. I probably think it's the right decision from a football standpoint. So finding that balance, I don't envy the coaches having to do it.
Right.
I do think guys got to practice. I think
practice is the entire thing.
Yeah, and like
even in the NFL,
we were talking about the intensity with LSU this year. Yeah. Our intensity has been better. And look, we haven't looked great out of the gate.
They actually run 9-on-7 at practice this year.
Stop it.
Inside run's a thing.
Oh, they've done a lot of focus on that.
And yesterday, I was like,
look, I'm not saying, but I feel like we weren't ready the past few seasons. No. And there's a reason why we had struggled game one.
Yes.
And this is not me throwing stones, or maybe it is, whatever. I don't care. But you got to be ready.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
You paid $50 million to get rid of that reason.
Yeah. But I also understand. Right. I do understand that mentality though too. It's a fine line. It's very easy to probably fall off on the wrong side of it. Because on the other hand, if we're talking about 37 major injuries at this point at LSU's camp, everybody's like, "What are y'all doing?" Right. So I mean, you got to find that line, but you got to play. I don't know where that line is.
Football's tough. Football's hard. Football is violent. Like
you can't just go out there and do it.
No, you can't. You can't just expect to flip the switch on in game number one and be okay. Like you got to be sore. You got to go through something in camp.
Do you think that it's? I mean, we've talked about this how the athlete themselves, the individual, is so much bigger, stronger, faster. Like they do parts of the body not evolve to the point to where they can handle that athleticism. And like I think there might be something to that. We talked about kickers a couple days ago, how it's commonplace in the NFL to kick 60-yard field goals, right? It's because you understand the body mechanics and creating levers and training the body correctly to do something they've never done before. Well, translate that to a defensive end or a linebacker or a running back. Like they are also evolving to the where they're playing with more power, more speed. They're hitting harder. So I think the proclivity for injury goes up because the athlete is stronger and more powerful.
Yes.
Like you take what kickers are doing now. Well, the people that are hitting are also doing the same thing. It's just in a hitting form.
Right.
So it's just how can the body stand up?
Well, I think it's too hard to look at any one thing. It's something I tell my patients in my clinic. Everybody always wants the why, and we want a very simple explanation. Your knee hurts because you fell down the stairs. Your whatever happened because of this. But so often, it's not the case. And I think in football it's the same. Is it just the way they're practicing? Well, no. It's guys are bigger, faster, stronger. They're training different. Yeah. They're playing more games. They're practicing longer. The seasons for almost every sport is changing, even at youth. Because even though the guys maybe don't play football like they do in baseball year-round, you have 7-on-7 camps, you have all these other things. you're adding more. That's more reps, more volume, more injuries. So it's gonna happen. But on the other hand, I don't think it's simple. I don't think everybody wants to know why are there more of this. I think it's 8 variables that are all contributing.
Doc, you're the man. We appreciate it every single week. Look forward to it every single week. Thanks for coming in, brother.
Game week, baby.
Almost there.
We are almost there. All right. When we come back, LSU's announced who's wearing number 18 next year. Not 15. Nobody cares. We'll break it down when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right. Ready to give your bathroom a fresh new look without the hassle of a full remodel. Bath Fitter of Baton Rouge makes it easy with custom-made tubs and showers designed to fit right over your existing space. With installation completed in as little as 1 day. No messy demolition, no weeks of construction, just a clean, updated bathroom built to last. Give your bathroom the upgrade it deserves with Bath Fitter of Baton Rouge. Get started today at bathfitter.com.
That's right. If you've been maybe putting off updating an old bathtub or shower because you think it's going to take weeks, maybe it's going to tear your house apart or cost you a fortune, well, we got great news for you. Bath Fitter is changing the ways Louisiana remodels those bathrooms. Bath Fitter creates custom-made tubs, showers, wall systems that are built to fit your existing space with no major demolition. And in many cases, they can install your brand new bath or shower in as little as 1 day. So if you're ready to love your bathroom again, schedule today your free in-home consultation. Visit bathfitter.com. Bathfitter.com.
Welcome back to Off the Bench. Wednesday's show is brought to you by Poncho.
These headphones, these big-ass headphones with, like, this song make me feel like I'm, like, doing something over here. You know what I mean? Like on the turntables.
Like you're DJing?
Yeah.
You look like
just waiting for the drop, like.
Turn resident Calvin Harris over there.
Somebody. I don't know. Feel important. Yeah, that's me. That's me doing that.
I feel like DJs are overrated.
Elaborate.
Yeah, like, because we have a loyal DJ that listens to this show that probably just wrecked his car.
Okay.
He was like, what?
Okay, wrong. Okay, that was the wrong term that I used.
Everywhere
I feel
you
like
go, there's a
quarterbacks are
DJ.
overrated.
Everywhere
DJs,
you go, there's a DJ.
having a DJ is incredible.
But there
sometimes
is a great DJ that can feel the vibe of the room and knows exactly what to do. That's an elite skill set.
But you watch a DJ, and I see these guys. So like, there's these guys in Vegas. They get paid like $250,000 every time they go and DJ for 2 hours. And they sit there and you watch them. Granted, the music's great. They feel the vibes. They keep the juices going. But they're sitting there like this, and then watch this. They get this finger pointing going like that. Then they go like this.
This one's about to drop.
Okay.
And they push a button.
And then
So you mean more like the chain smokers kind of DJs?
Yeah. And then they go like this. They're like, oh, and then they just push a button.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Right.
And the
And
crowd
then
goes
they
wild.
act
Dudes
like
at, like,
they're
raves and
they
stuff.
act like they're turning something, but there's nothing to turn. They just
So-
and watch
so
this.
pre-made.
And watch
They're
this.
called
Watch,
turntables.
watch this
So-
finger here. Button
Laptop.
push.
Laptop.
Boom. Enter.
I
Space
agree
bar.
with this.
But can y'all
I
agree?
agree with what
but
you're
can you
saying.
agree that a good DJ at a party, a
Yes,
wedding, whatever,
absolutely.
100%.
can feel the vibe and
Yeah.
change the vibe?
Oh,
of
I mean,
the
I
room?
think at a wedding when we were putting our
It doesn't
wedding
play
together,
shout. I promise you that.
when we were putting our wedding together, Victoria's like, "All right, what are you focusing on?" I was like, "Food, DJ.
Yeah.
That's it." I was like, "Those are the two things that I want to be in charge of because I want it to be good." But to your point, Matt, the DJs at the raves and stuff, they do all that. Yeah, I don't get it.
Now so I think a lot of the plan, the
Got an email.
how they a lot
I got
of the
an email.
that was a DJ email.
Alondra hit that button. Remix.
Hey, cut his microphone off. You know what he's
Oh.
doing? He's trying to sabotage me announcing that LSU
Play shout.
has named
No.
their next number
A
18.
little bit louder now. Sorry.
Woo! Who is it?
It is center Braylon Moore. He is going to wear 18. Now, you know he can't wear 18, actually, like on the jersey because, well, he plays center, and you can't have that on the offensive line. But just like Lloyd Cushenberry did in 2019, he's going to wear a number 18 patch on his jersey. That's where I went yesterday. I wasn't leaving you just to go to practice, Matthew.
Well, you went there for this?
I went there for that.
For a
And
jersey number?
We had a chance, me and Richard Dixon and Benny Logan and Greg Penn, we got a chance to go over there talked to the team a little bit, kept it short and sweet. You know, they're trying to get ready to practice, but very appreciative of everyone over at LSU, Coach Kiffin, for having us over there, letting us talk to the team.
You talked?
Yeah, we did.
Did Richard talk? Did
He did.
Did he have a dip in?
They made him take it out.
No.
Of course.
He had
guy.
it. He had it. And you know, Richard. I mean, he lives with one end. They're like, hey, like, you know, maybe like we're not supposed to have tobacco like in here. Like, you maybe could like throw that away. He did.
Oh, good for him.
Richard was great. Benny was great. Greg was great. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, I mean, very short and sweet. Like, here's what it means to us. Congratulations to whoever's about to get it. And then Jack Marucci announced it because Jack's such a large, huge part of how number 18 became a thing. And so very cool. Then we got a chance to watch practice, and that's why we were there for the entire day. But Braylon was great. Very excited. Like, when they announced it, you could tell, kind of surprised him a little bit. And all the guys were fired up for him.
He wasn't even like a thought whenever,
Is Jack kind of like the commissioner of 18?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Jack's incredible. Like, the analytics that he does over there, but he's got these metrics that he tracks for player character.
He does.
And he's been doing it a long time. He's done it for every LSU team dated back to like 2000.
He's got it all the way. Like, the breakdown is character guys by area code they came from.
Yeah, and then like
really
with skill set and rankings and things like that, and he's got it broken down, like dated back to when he got here, like around 2000. He's got every team, skill level, ranks, like you said, area codes, character, all these different metrics, and how they line up and build a team. And like the highest ratios that he had ever had since we'd been there had been 03, 07, 11. 19 was in like all his metrics added up. What he's doing over there is incredible. So it doesn't surprise me in the least that he would be the commissioner of kind of this 18 jersey. So
yeah, he did a great job. And again, like, very appreciative of them asking us. I've never, like, that's the first time like they've ever asked us to come be a part. Like, I've gone to the practice, like they've reached out, hey, we're going to do it today if you want to come to the practice, and, you know, off to the side, talk with the guys that are wearing the jersey. But it was very cool. Coach O was in the building, gave him a shout out.
Okay.
Because Coach O kept it going, and Coach Kiffin is keeping it going as well. So, look, they don't have to. It's not like it's, you know, in their contract. So we appreciate that they do. And so Braylon Moore going to be the next 18. And I'm sure 7 is coming in a couple of days. I'm sure that's going to be coming down the wire. Those typically kind of go somewhat together. Sometimes it's the same day. Sometimes it's one. Then the next day you'll have the other. So I'm sure that will come down the wire here pretty soon. And you know what? It feels so good because this is like actual football field stuff.
Yeah.
Like what jersey they're going to be wearing and numbers and
This one's not
roster.
controversial.
No,
It's not.
I told the team yesterday, like, one of the biggest senses of pride that me and my family have is that every single year we get to see a new number 18 run out of the tunnel, and that everybody in whatever stadium they play in knows exactly what that means on and off the field. I love number 18 being shared. I love being a part of the group. I love being a part of the fraternity that, you know, is talking throughout the year, talking throughout football season together. So no, I know, all jokes aside, I am very glad that it becomes a thing that we get to restart every single year and add somebody new to the mix. So shout out to Braylon Moore.
Thank God it's only one person. I don't know why, but every time they give out 2 18s in a year, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it does. It takes a little bit of the oomph away
Right.
from it, right? And like, as much as I make fun of it, rightfully so, it is a great thing. Having the number, the passing it on, having something something meaningful like that for your program, it's good for the program, and it's something to cheer for. You know, as much as I, you know, make fun of 18. And big shout out to Philip Wright III and Jaden Breaker. Both wearing 15 this year. Big shout outs.
Did you go for that?
Did
When they
have-
gave that
No,
out?
not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You haven't got the call yet?
We ain't got the call yet. I'm
You don't wanna seem too
expecting-
eager.
I'm expecting a text any day now.
Yeah.
If you just show up at the facility and tell them, like, hey, when are we giving out 15? They'll
Yep.
probably let you in.
With my jersey on.
Yeah. But guys, this one's game worn.
Game worn jersey.
A lot of 7 chatter in the old chat here.
So did you
might know who it is.
Did y'all know who 18 was before, like going into the meeting?
Very
Right before.
had a conversation with Jack because there was a handful of guys that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
And for different reasons, and it's like that every single year. There's like 3 people that are up for it, and it comes down to the wire because like training camp's a part of it. So there was 3 guys that we were talking about, and then Jack's like, here's who it's going to be, and the reasons why, because Jack's there every single day.
Yeah.
And he sees how they interact with everybody in the building every single day. So yeah, right before we went in, we knew who it was.
Like any surprises for you?
Not with the 3 that were mentioned, no. Not with the 3, and like I said, like they're
So
there.
we're out there every day, so
Yeah,
like,
we're not there every
We're
single day.
speculating based on what we see, and obviously,
Right.
like we talked about different names,
Yeah.
and that wasn't one of the names. But
No.
we're not there.
We're not there every day.
And offensive line isn't like the sexiest position.
Sometimes I forget that they can do it. They just won't be able to technically wear it.
Sure.
That it's just a patch
Yep.
situation.
Yeah.
So,
Congrats to young man.
yeah. Very cool. Glad to have him. Got to add him to the group text. The kids still group text?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did you do that?
Yo, we group text every day.
I know we do, but
Yeah.
we're not kids anymore.
I guess so.
No, we're not. You know.
It's true. We
I
are
think the
mature
kids.
adults.
I think the kids still be texting.
Is he like, hey, add me on Snapchat?
That's what I'm
They
saying.
do that?
It's like, add me on this social media that you've never heard of, old man.
Messages that delete.
Wait, what did he just think was an app earlier, or somebody thought was an app? What were we just talking about?
We don't remember because we're old.
I don't remember either.
Huh? What'd you say?
Speak up. I can't hear you.
Dang,
Yeah.
I'm getting old too.
Yeah. All right, Unc.
We're all very mature in this room, so
I mean, super.
Everyone says it.
Actually, we pronounce it mature.
that's my bad. I got to catch up then.
Yeah.
Getting
Well, shout out to
How
Brandon.
does the team room look?
Getting close. Good.
Any changes?
It looks like look
Looks
behind
like behind you in that picture.
Oh, okay, let's just like
all
one
the
little piece of it.
I can tell you all the
I
Kelly
don't think it.
that's
sayings
what it
and
looks
stuff on the
like.
wall gone.
Again, my favorite thing yesterday was when the strength coach walked in and said one thing, and then everybody was like deadly silent. Like that was my favorite thing. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be.
I will say,
Strength coach speaks, everybody listens.
I love it. I will say one of my favorite pictures from our time at LSU was the picture of us in that room when they announced that we were playing in the
Oh,
national championship.
yes.
It's like a Renaissance painting.
Yeah,
Like looking in the
you can
background,
look at every different
like every
reaction.
single. There's a story to every
Tay,
single.
you can
person.
find that some way somehow.
Doc just texted me. Is the team picture app?
Oh yeah, team picture app. It was Doc. Doc was being an unk. We're all unks,
It's
too.
like as soon as you walk through this door, you
You just
get the unk.
You
I
should
know-
get 30 years on you.
I know these are new seats, but in the old seats, right before they redid it, see these little wooden
yeah. What's
handles?
with this tiny ass desks that they have?
Well, yeah, just
Take
so
notes.
you can take notes. Yeah, because in the team
Well,
room,
what notebook fits on that?
a small one.
Just like a spiral.
And if you're left-handed, you're screwed because they're all
Yeah,
right-handed.
they're all on
Yep.
the other side.
But these little wooden armrests right there, they used to like pop off, and like when you're in meetings all day, you get bored, so you figure out things. And we popped one off, and we all signed it, like on the underneath, like Stelzy and a bunch of us all signed it or whatever and put it back. I meant to steal that before they redid the locker. It was probably in a landfill somewhere.
Yeah, probably so.
I don't know.
Someone might have it.
Colleges be selling anything to make some money. They might have sold that puppy. So if
Weren't
you
the
have
Bengals
one,
selling like their TVs or something?
oh, they were selling like their 13-inch
Yeah.
like Sony TVs that they had up.
This
in the
was
stadium.
watched by Joe Burrow.
No, they weren't even watching. They
This
were
is
like
like
by the
pre-Joe
concession
Burrow.
stand.
Joe Burrow walked past these TVs one time.
You want to
Probably not even that.
You want to pay for them? It's a write-off.
I would buy a TV that Joe Burrow watched.
Even a 13-inch Sony that's not
Yeah.
a flat
Just walk
screen.
by. Just walk by that
It was the one
TV.
that had
Joe
the back that
Burrow had
was
eyes on
4
it.
foot long.
Just walk by the TV and go.
13. The 13-inch could fit on your bedside table too. So plop that bad boy up right there.
I just like
I think I smelled them.
I HDMI like a picture of him on there.
Matt, you go. That's what I thought it would smell
That's
like.
what I thought.
Tristan said Dick Dixon looks insane in the 18 photo. Intense stare. He's always had that.
He's not very photogenic.
Richard has always had that stare that you're like,
Sorry, Rich.
Are you mad at me? Did I do something? Are you happy with me? Where are we right now in our relationship?
I know.
He's always had that.
Needs to quit getting us in trouble too.
With what? Oh.
Making up stories around here.
Tells great stories.
Just
All right.
straight up lying.
All right.
Apparently.
Clock integrity, people. Clock integrity. We got to take a break. More OTB when we come back.
Off the bench.
All right, go to getgordon.com. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys. Remember, there's a couple of ways you can get in contact with the G team right there on the website. The live chat's going to pull right up, and you're going to be able to have that conversation on the homepage of the website, or you can pick up the phone anywhere in Louisiana. So no matter where you're listening to us throughout the state, it is your area code followed by 888-8888. When you call that number, you're going to speak with somebody that's going to be able to help you as well. Set up that consultation today. Get Gordon and get it done.
Right, be a part of the G team. You've been injured, car accident, truck accident, injured on the job site, wherever it is, anywhere in Louisiana. Make sure you dial those 888-8888 anywhere in Louisiana, or go to getgordon.com to be a part of the G team. Let them fight for you. Gordon McKernan injury attorneys have been doing it a long time. They've been doing it the right way. So if you have been injured, it's not always your fault. And if it's not, get the G guarantee. You don't pay unless they win. Go to getgordon.com. That's getgordon.com.
Ain't another woman that can take your spotlight.
Welcome back to Off the Bench. Wednesday show is brought to you by Poncho.
If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful, would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like you. This ring here represents.
All right, welcome back in OTB.
But there's just one thing I need from you. Say I do.
Because always want to remind you about our friends over at K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. K2ZBlinds.com is the website. KTOZBlinds.com. Go there today. Have Brandon Barton and team come out to your space, know your space, learn your space, change your space in a matter of minutes. They've done it for me. They certainly will do it for you. They'll do it for you at your home and or your business. That's just what they do. It's what they're all about. Incredible customer service, custom options all over the place. Go to K2ZBlinds.com today. Again, KTOZBlinds.com.
There he is. Oh, crazy eye Richard.
I don't think that's that bad. I've seen Richard look way more intense than that.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, he looks very handsome. Y'all all do. Yeah. How's Benny doing?
Benny's great.
Benny's a good dude, man.
Benny's one of the best.
Shout out to Benny.
Great dude. Great human being.
Mm-hmm.
We play Benny this weekend.
Ooh.
He's coaching at Catholic. Little U-High Catholic Jamboree. Right? That's when we tab that. Jamboree.
Yeah. It's
And then week
jamboree.
one next week, right, for you?
Yes, Rummel.
Ooh,
Yeah, you know, just
Ah.
Wait.
U-High easing into the season.
Kinda,
St.
bruh.
Charles Catholic, Catholic of Baton Rouge, Rummel.
And then the Romo Raiders. Ooh.
Rummel Raiders. That's Craig Stelz would say.
Yeah,
you
the
doing?
Legion Capital City kickoff
Yeah.
Hey,
Friday,
brother.
August 28th.
What time's that, Alondra?
6 JV kicks at 6 p.m.
All right, so Knox Hester, 6 p.m. What time's that varsity?
I'm assuming
Right after Jackson
after.
Hester, right after.
Mm-hmm.
It's presented by Legion and
Shout out
walk-ons
to Joe Lawrence
and McDonald's.
and Brandon Landry and whoever owns McDonald's.
Us
Ronald.
and WBRZ and Lamar Advertising.
Us.
You can get your us as an ESPN radio. And you can get your tickets now at i2tickets.com.
That's right.
Don't miss it.
I'll be there. I'll be there at 5:30. Get my parking spot. Get my seat. Getting ready to watch a little JV. And my brother coaches a Catholic.
I always forget that.
Yeah. He's the head freshman coach. We don't have a freshman team at U-High. We're not big enough. They had like 111 freshmen or something wild.
Dude, when
like
we
that.
played them, their JV team in high school, when I was like a sophomore, they had 60 kids on JV.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a squad.
They got a huge freshman class, so we don't have one of those. But JV varsity, U-High Catholic, I think they're going to try to make this like a yearly thing. They used to play in the regular season. That went away, so now they're going to play in the Jamboree, I believe, every year. So looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. J-Bone's right there in the middle of the defense.
J-Bones.
go. Picking up right where Lamar Brown left off.
Well, he's playing the same position. He's playing a zero nose and an odd front, so just all the guards.
Here we go.
Just
You got
He's
it.
not
of them.
sore, is he? We didn't hurt his back the other day.
No, you prepped him for it. I mean, he's taking on 2 guards at once. He's like, this is nothing compared to Matt's treadmill.
That's exactly right.
Let me tell you something. Matt's treadmill can go fly a kite.
If there's
I told him after we set it up for the final, I said, you and Lacey better be the most fit couple in Baton Rouge.
if there's a nuclear war, just get behind that thing because it ain't budging.
It was industrial. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't one of those walking pads that everybody has, and you go and you can, like, put it in the back of your truck and set it up.
Didn't fold or anything.
Hell no, it doesn't fold.
Folds you.
It looked like he went and got, like, like the wheels on, like, a John Deere tractor.
It's on tracks. Once you run on tracks,
Actually, no, you know what's even bigger than that? You ever seen the movie Fury with Brad Pitt?
Oh, yeah.
They drive the tanks.
The tanks,
It looked
yep.
like one of the tank wheels, actually.
Yeah.
That's more of a correct description of what it was.
Yeah, you want to run on the tracks because you'll never go back to one of those band treadmills again. Those are the worst. Once these feet have felt running on that woodway, my God. It's impressive.
My gosh.
But, my God. Golly. But they're heavy. I'll give them that. They were well built, well constructed, probably in America. Right here. Actually, they're built in Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. So when I left Green Bay, I had our strength coach in Green Bay give the Woodway guy a call.
This guy's always looking for a deal.
I got me a refurbished, like new Woodway back in the day. She's lasted a long time. Got it back in 2015, I think. That's not interesting at all.
They make them
I mean,
curved.
How many
The
times?
curved ones, I do like.
How
the
many
curved
times
ones.
have you had that? How many times have you been on that treadmill?
Quite a bit. Quite a bit. And let me tell you, when we were going, Lacey was going through the pregnancy days, she was on that thing a lot.
Okay, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. There it is. That's it.
There it is.
That's it.
That son
That's
of
the
a
one.
right there. If you told me it weighed 1,000 pounds, I'd say, yep.
No, you'd say you're lying because it weighs at least 2,000. That's a ton right there. It's a unit.
God. And Matt just sitting there like this. Yep.
I
Over
kinda
here,
pushed- I kinda-
that way.
I pushed
Yep.
on that-
Stand
pushed
it
on one
up.
part.
Go around here. Go through that door.
I helped take the door off.
You did. Not of the treadmill, just like the door, the entryway for us to get it out.
Yeah. I got to swing it. I tell you what,
Swinging.
the human beings that day did a great job moving, but I was more impressed with those dollies. They looked like they were made of plastic, but my God, they handled some weight that day.
Who brought the dollies to the guy's house that was...
Y'all did. Y'all brought it. Y'all brought the heat.
Not our first rodeo.
Y'all brought the chief, too.
Yeah, we did. Yep. Katie Hester, if you're ever moving and you need somebody to make sure the plan is going to work out, invite my wife.
The only bad decision is no decision when you're doing something like that.
Yeah.
So you got to have somebody making those decisions. You can't be like, I don't know. What should we do first? Where should it go? How should it fit? No, just start doing it.
Yeah, that's right. Inside the chat from Steven. Odds on Joe Sloan winning the Broyles Award this year.
Long shot.
The Broyles Award.
That goes to the nation's best assistant football coach, Matt.
No.
I mean,
No, he's not going to win that one.
Will Stein's got to be running their offense, right?
I think Joe is actually calling plays. That's what Will told me at media day.
I mean, Stein was good at Oregon.
It depends on what kind of quarterback too, though.
Minchie
Like
can.
for Joe's offense, he can't have a pocket passer.
Yeah.
Not do the things that they did a year ago.
What did we do a year ago?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he ran his offense like they had a dual threat quarterback, and they did not have a dual threat quarterback. They ran the offense like they had a quarterback that could run, and not saying Garrett's not athletic, but he's not a runner. The throws that they were asking him to make were throws that were from a quarterback that can't make the throws, he could make the throws. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like the offense it was oil and water, to say the least.
Yeah.
Because
And,
like
look,
we see what Garrett's doing in training camp and in preseason games. He can make every throw, and you were asking him to make the most basic.
And maybe it is unfair analysis of Joe Sloan because he was dealing with a quarterback that was
injured.
Yeah. So, maybe they just went too far one direction, thinking they had overcome. I
think they overcorrected way too much.
Yeah.
And then once they did that, they couldn't bring themselves out of it.
Yep. But it was so bad, we will make fun of you.
Yes.
No matter whose fault it was. I
do remember, like last year, our first film review, we were like, did we see what we think we saw?
Mm-hmm.
Because we were surprised by it. Because it was bad. And we kind of we were not tiptoeing around it. I mean, we laid it out there.
We beat Clemson last year, so.
Yeah, but we still, we had issues with some stuff that we saw. I remember going into the next week, I guess it would have been maybe the Ole Miss game after you lost. We were like, hey, guys, we just got to do it.
Yeah.
We got to let the
at a
people
certain
know
point when there was
what
enough
this
losses, we were like, okay, we bleed purple and gold, but we are going to have to hate on purple and gold for a second.
I forget.
That's how we showed our love.
What was the emoji game? Was that A&M?
This one?
Yeah, where you just had the thumbs down.
I think so. The one that really just got the one that it was the one where Harold Perkins loafed on the long touchdown. Yeah. I think it was A&M. Yeah. Was it Marcel who scrambled out and he loafed? That was when I was like, all right, Jake, we got to take the gloves off here.
Yep. And we also got to take a break.
Yeah.
And we'll do so now. More OTB when we come back.
Off the bench.
All right, go to FABT.com. FABT.com. First American Bank and Trust. They've been in the game for over a century. Well, you don't do anything for over a century unless you're doing it the right way. We know that, but certainly handling other people's money. But that's what they do at First American Bank and Trust. They handle your money. They have a relationship with you. Your face, your name, not just another account number. That's because they are local. But they're local with all the bells and whistles of any national bank. They also make every decision right here locally. They don't call. They don't pick up the phone. Hey, San Francisco, can we do this? Hey, New York, can we do that? They don't do that. They make decisions in the branch because they are a local bank that cares about you. FABT.com.
Yeah, just think if you're running a business and you have a Louisiana company that serves Louisiana people and Louisiana folks, like you want and you need a loan, you want a Louisiana company making those decisions for you. Like Jake said, not calling California, not calling New York City for those. So make sure you're doing it with the people that are local and they got all the bells and whistles as the big boys right over there. First American Bank and Trust, FABT.com.
Welcome back to Off the Bench. Wednesday's show is brought to you by Poncho.
Turn the lights off in this place, and she shines just like a star. And I swear I know her face. I just don't know who you are. Turn the music up in here.
All right, welcome back in OTB. Here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Dude, this SpaceX stuff is fascinating to me. You know, I love space.
You got 3 minutes to elaborate.
Well, SpaceX, come to Louisiana. Big old rocket site. It's going to be 14,000 acre area, 12 miles, like a whole site that measures 12 miles. They're going to have a star factory, well, I guess where they're going to make the rockets. It's going to be 7.6 million square feet large.
That feels big.
Multiple launching sites that are all going to be like a mile and a half apart. So like if you look at I'm looking at a picture on Twitter here that's like you look at the overhead view of it and it looks like they're right next to each other. It's just so massive. They're a mile and a half apart from each other, these launch sites. And there's multiple launch sites. We're taking humanity to the next level here. But could create what Elon said yesterday with he was meeting. There's some really cool videos of him and Governor Landry talking about the project and what it means to Louisiana and could bring up to 10,000 jobs to Louisiana. So fascinating stuff. To the moon. Actually, past the moon. Love space. It's horrifying.
Scarier, space or the deep ocean?
The ocean.
Ocean. Deep ocean.
I don't know, man.
Not deep ocean.
The deep ocean is awful.
There's
I feel like
things
we
that-
know more about space than we know about
Right.
the ocean.
Yeah.
It would do.
There's like creatures down there, like real creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In space, I'm worried
space.
about being
Creatures
alone.
we've never seen.
Yeah.
In space, I'm worried about what's with me in the ocean.
Yeah.
The ocean's scary because you could probably go, you could attain that. You could go to that. Like space is a little bit like that's science fiction almost because it's so far away. But like deep ocean right here, you could access it if you wanted to in a man-made submarine.
There's a lot that we have not seen though, just like space.
For sure.
But
It's here. But there's an end to it at some point. Space, there's no end, bro.
Eventually it ends.
How do you know that the ocean ends?
Is the earth flat?
Who knows?
Who's to say?
Who's to say? What's that one?
How am I supposed to know if
what's
the
that-
Earth is flat or not?
What's the one thing? The Earth's a
space.
donut shape?
Yeah,
What's
which
that
is
one?
even wilder.
Is that the Kyrie thing? The donut shaped
I
Earth?
thought he
No,
was flat
Kyrie
Earth.
was a flat
Flat
earther.
earther.
Flat Earth.
But there's a faction that's
There
even
is a donut one, though.
more.
Like when I look in the horizon, it doesn't curve. You see?
Was that supposed to be Taylor?
That's just flat earthers. I like the donut thing though.
I like donuts.
Like the ocean, like the sky is actually the ocean, I think is what it is. Hell yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, somebody was telling us about that.
Yeah.
It has a name.
It does have a name.
What
I'm trying
did
to
y'all
think.
talk about? when
Delusion,
was
I
gone?
think's the name.
No, it has a
Delusion.
real name.
And we've got a real hour number 3 coming up next.
Off the bench.
All right, back to school season is here, and Ochsner Health reminds parents that success in the classroom starts with overall wellness. Check in on your child's mental health, keep them fueled with balanced meals, and if they're playing sports, make sure they're ready with an annual physical, proper hydration, stretching, and rest. With primary and pediatric care, same-day appointments at many locations, plus extended and weekend hours at select locations, Ochsner makes it easy to keep the whole family healthy. Start the school year healthy, safe, and ready to succeed. Visit ochsner.org/BR.
Back to school.
Back to school.
Healthy habits matter, so make sure your child is packing balanced lunches full of protein, fruits, veggies, whole grains, and let them help you make those meals so they learn and get used to making those smart choices. So good nutrition can help learning every single day, energy, focus throughout. So for more back to school health tips or to schedule an appointment, visit ochsner.org/BR.